What's up, world renowned family? It's me again, Neil Oates Jr., and we're going to continue our journey beyond the velvet rope. Last week we talked about planning and passion, or passion and planning, whichever order you want to have it in. This week we're going to ask one question: can you swim with sharks? Okay, now I know before you say no or before you turn off the video or stop watching it, I'm asking you for a reason. Can you swim with sharks? It's very important that you answer this question, but not just yet. The reason being because as a first generation realtor from the state of Alabama, it's not a third world country, I promise. A first generation realtor from the state of Alabama who moved to Miami. I still only speak one language. I knew no one when I came here. And for 65 to 68% of my business to be conducted or held with foreign nationals or international individuals whose first or native language is not English, I'm telling you that you can swim with sharks. And the reason I know it is because I did it. And I'm doing it now. So we're going to discuss a couple of ways that you can swim with sharks. The first way, and one of the most important things that you must do before you dive into those scary waters, is you must be self-aware. Now, first of all, if you can't swim at all, don't try to swim with sharks. By swimming, what I'm talking about is if you can't handle a regular residential contract or a commercial contract, then you need to work on your basics first. So that's what I mean. Can you swim? Let's not worry about the sharks yet. But if you don't know how to, if you don't know the difference between the as-is and the CRISP 14 contract, if you don't know business days, if you don't know how to navigate negotiations or how to role play or how to do dialogues back and forth or objection handling, that's where you start. Because what you'll find in dealing with high-end real estate, or if you're moving up in your in the price ranges, what you'll find is that the basics are the same. What does it take to swim? You kick your feet, you breathe, and then you stroke your arms. So regardless whether you're swimming in a bathtub, a really big bathtub, and hopefully one of the listings that you've secured, a really big bathtub, a swimming pool, the beach, or if you're swimming in shark-infested waters, the basics remain the same. Meaning contract, understanding how to navigate contracts, negotiations, lead generation, those are the basics. So before you can swim with sharks, what's the first key? You must know how to swim. So we're going right now just talking about how to swim in the beginning. So after being self-aware, you need to know the risk. If you are talking about swimming with sharks, you must know the financial risk. You must know the time investment risk that's going to be involved, and you must also know the risk for your reputation, your business, whatever it is, and also the opportunities that are involved. So first be self-aware, then you must know the risk. Then you need to plan to navigate the waters. There are people, there are businesses right now that are in place when we're talking about swimming with sharks, who will take you out with a professional shark diver, instructor. They'll have the cage, they'll have the spear guns and everything to fend off sharks. Now, in real estate, if you're going to jump into shark-infested waters, meaning you want to go beyond the velvet rope, and you're trying to get into the ultra-luxury or the luxury markets, or just a move-up market or a different geographical location, you need to know and plan to make that transition. So the first way that I believe, and I believe that most of the top producers or successful agents, even if they're not top producers, just sustain business, most of them will tell you the first key is to get a mentor. Find someone who is willing to teach, train, so that you can glean information from, because yes, it is important to learn from mistakes, but we should prefer to learn from others' mistakes and their victories instead of having to go through those growing pains ourselves. The second thing when we're talking about planning to navigate the waters is knowledge of the product or the market. The information that you have in your current market, whether it's geographical, if it's your farm area or price range, whatever it is, likely is not going to be the same when you're trying to break through beyond the velvet rope. So when you're trying to move into that new class, make sure that you know the product, know the market, and I mean know it at such a level that you are intimate with it. Days on market, list price to sales price ratio. Those are the types of numbers that even if you're just now getting in, those are things that will set you apart and differentiate you as better than someone who is already established or who may have a stronghold on the area where you're trying to get in. And finally, you got to be willing to pay the price. It's not going to be easy. I can tell you, it is not, has not, won't be easy. I told you guys last week that easy will not be a word that we use when we're talking about going beyond the velvet rope, and especially when you're talking about swimming with sharks. If swimming with sharks is easy, and I know we've heard it, if it was easy, everyone would do it. The reason that everyone does not do it and they don't succeed is because when it's time to pay the price, they are not willing to write the check, swipe the card. And I'm not just talking about financially. A lot of it is going to be emotionally, it's going to be mentally, and then just lifestyle. There are going to have to be some things that you change personally in order for you to grow and expand professionally. So that's just a little bit on can you swim with sharks. Next week, in week 3, we are going to go deeper into just the basics of first can you swim, and then we're going to also touch on the with sharks. Love you guys. Have a great day. Have a great week. And don't be average. Be world renowned. Oh, and by the way, I did not pick out this shirt. This shirt picked me out this morning. Yes, it says the greatest. I don't know who this guy is here. I thought that it should have my photo on there.